Hi guys, this is Praveen, and today we are going to learn about your array built-in methods in PHP. So usually you should have awareness of knowledge about arrays, which I'm going to use, and let's try to understand the built-in methods of arrays in PHP. So before we get started, as usual, you should always have your XAMPP up and running. In my case, my XAMPP is running here. You could see that. And the next thing you should always follow is your htdocs. The htdocs is here, path of which it's been redirected. This is coming from czamp htdocs, but I have saved in desktop. So in htdocs I'm taking a folder called tutorials. In that we have built-in methods, and in built-in methods we have array built-in methods in PHP. So let's try to access this page by following you with your any of your browser. I'm trying to use Mozilla, and here you need to type the following URL: localhost tutorials, and hit on enter. And if you could see this is your right URL, which is localhost tutorials, and then we'll go for built-in methods and then array built-in methods in PHP. So I'm going to go and type some lines of code here by editing this file. First of all, we'll just go for echo. I'm going to use a h1 tag and then going to say length of given array in PHP. We'll go for h1, and the moment I say h1, I would always see the design like this on a browser. This is length of given array in PHP. Why? Because I'm already connected with something called link tag, which is pointing towards style1.css, and if I go there, style1.css, h1 has got something like Montes as a family name, which is not installed in Windows. So again, you can see that Montes is coming from Google Apps, so go get it from those connections. And then we have something like font size 38 pixel, and the color we are using is this one, and the border bottom we are using the same color. That's what you are seeing here. Okay, let's try to get started. And we have a div which has the following things. Anything used in div will be having a margin towards the left side 50 pixel. So let's get started. I'm going to use here a div which will be started here. Okay, I'm going to use now length. Before we go for this, let's try to build an array. I have an array, $a is equal to array, and I'm going to push some 10, 20, 30. So I've got 3 values in an array. To find the length of the array, length always counts from 1. So if I could count the length from 1, the total length of the array is 3. But if you want to identify that, you can identify with the built-in functions. We'll go for asking this length of given array using count is equal to, just use count. Count is a predefined function which will return the length of the array, and $a is a array name in PHP. So if you can see this while executing this, I see length of the given array using count is 3. If not count, you may also use length of given array using size of. Size of is an alias of count. You may also use size of. I'm going to call again $a, and here I got this break. This is also giving the same thing. So to identify length of the array, you can use either count or size of, and the same notes I've kept in your path. You can go and study these notes. The notes we have is array notes. Edit this file, and you may see count, size of. Just now I've written this to count the elements in an array. It's an alias of count. In this way we'll go and find out array underscore sum, array underscore products, array underscore change underscore key, flip, and all those things. So let's get started. This time I'm going to go for sum of the given array. So let's try to put down here sum and product of given array. What I will do is I'm just going to fetch this out here and print this, execute this in browser. So I'm just executing it here, but the CSS says according to style1. If you can understand, style1 is here. I've got div always with margin left, so obviously you have opened one div and again you're trying to open the div which has been opened here. I have to close it here. So the moment I close it here, again this would be fetching it in a right order. Okay, again div got started. Let's try to know the sum of the given array. Let's try to put down sum of given array is equal to, all we'll type is array underscore sum. This will give you the sum of the array. Just go and type $a. In our case $a is already defined, which you can see at line number 6. Okay, so if I sum this 30 plus 20 plus 10, the overall sum would be 60. So I've got 60. Next we can also find the product of the given array. So I'm just typing product of given array. All you need to do is array underscore product. This will give you multiply which products given augmented values. 30 into 20 we have 60, and 600, and 600 into 10 we have 6000. So you might be seeing all these values with 6000. And where in the case I can use this, let's try to understand. If a user is trying to purchase more than one product, let's try to say he's purchasing something like 3000 in a Flipkart or Jabong or Myntra, but again he's trying to purchase another product. So overall he want to purchase 2 products. So I've got 2 values out of it, and I'm going to sum and project the total sum of the value he's trying to purchase in product. Let's try to say this guy is trying to purchase the same product 2 or 3. I'm going to say quantity 3 is, I'm going to supply 3 times, and that would product the given array. Let's try to take another example here. We'll go for, let's find out what we can do here, and let's try to close this div again. Okay guys, and now I'm going to go with another array, which is $b is equal to array. In this case I'm going to use associative array. Name employees Rajesh, email employees raj@gmail.com. we have something like city employees will go for Pune, and country, this employees India. And we have one more array called status employees active. And the last thing I'm going to go with is his mobile number, mobile employees Raj at, sorry, mobile number. So I'm 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So overall 10 digits we have. And sorry for this could be any wrong number, so just don't use this number. I don't know what number it could be. So let's try to go and type this particular array. To print array you cannot use echo, so the name of the array is B, and this leads an error. So what I will do is, this time I'm going to go for print underscore r, and when I print this, this is printing in such a way that I'm not in situation to understand this array. So I'm going to design one print function, so you can watch very carefully. I'm going to take a function which was on top of the page, function r, and this function I'm going to supply 2 arguments. One is a normal variable, array variable ARR as a variable, and the other one is I'm going to use function $func as a variable, but this is I'm going to assign as a default value, which is empty. So when the function opens, when you call this, the function will get open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the second argument. I'm going to put down an inside as an if condition stating if not empty of $function, then only open it and take some design. I'm going to use echo and just going to use a h1, and I'm going to call $func and close h1. So this is something we have kept in h1 tag. And the next one is I'm going to use for each, for your array name $arr as $k employees $v, and I'm going to open this and just going to supply here echo. I'm going to use a div, and here what we'll do is we'll just put down $k is equal to $v, and div got closed. Let's try to see what this actually does. I'm going to use r here, r $b, and we are going to say this as original array. Now if I print this, this is going to decorate like this for me, original array. Now what happened exactly? If you want to know that, $r is a function which will take two arguments. So if you can see here, it will take two arguments. The second argument is supplied by me's original array, and that is here. This would be taken to the variable, but what I'm saying is if not of empty of $func, default is empty, but here I have supplied my value. This will take the priority of what value you will supply. Okay guys, so what happens is whatever the argument value you supply as the second argument, this would take the priority of what value you supply, and that would be going not as an empty because you have supplied some value. So this default is empty, but if you supply the value, the priority would taken as the second argument yours. So that's what I'm saying. The condition opens if it is not empty. Obviously you have supplied some values, so this is not empty. So whatever value you have supplied there, it will come in a h1 tag. And what value I have supplied for func variable is original array, and that is printed in the form of h1. So that's what you are seeing here, h1 original array. And the next thing is we have for each, which will take the first argument and retrieve them in the form of array printing methods, with every iteration closing with div as followed up with breaks. So this is your original array. Okay, now let's try to get with your nodes. If you go to nodes very carefully and see the array nodes and edit this, I'm trying to train you about many of the built-in functions in arrays. Array underscore change underscore key underscore case changes all the keys to upper or lower case. Okay, so in this way, array underscore flip, under array underscore command, we have a lot of things. So let's get started. Okay, whatever I'm trying to say, you have a notes here, you can refer this. So I'm going to get started here itself. So we are going to go for R would actually take two arguments. First one is the array name, and the second one is the title of the array. So I'm going to say array underscore change underscore key underscore case. This is a predefined function, and I'm supplying into this B. Okay, and we are going to say this as case lower. Guys, if you have to understand this again, I'm going to tell again and again, no matter whatever, until you understand this. R would obviously take two particular arguments, only two. This comma separates the arguments. The first argument is an array, but this array has got a built-in method which is change underscore keys, and the title is that what I'm supplying is case lower. If you can see this, it would retrieve the array in this way. So what is the difference here? Case lower, all your keys of whatever the original array is going to be retrieving or converting that into a lower case. Okay, let's try to go and push this as array underscore change underscore key underscore case. This would again take two arguments inside it. Here I'm going to say case lower. Write case lower or don't write, default is case lower only. Okay, next we will go for this one and say this as case upper. The moment I say case upper, case upper, this would actually retrieve all the keys of an array into an uppercase. Now you can see case upper, this is all converted key values into uppercase. In a kind of requirements, when you want your keys of an array to be uppercases, which is not actually created uppercases, as the original array is like this, you can see the original array is like this. The keys of an array is city and all those things like this, but all of a sudden the requirement goes with uppercase. I can change it. Next we have as R of array underscore flip of array name $B, and we will go and give a title, flip the given array. So this is my flip the given array. Array underscore flip, a predefined function which will convert keys to values and values to keys. In this case, if you can see this, flip the given array, all the values of an array which were supposed to be Rajesh, Raj, Pune, India, active, are now the keys of this particular array, and keys are converted to values. Now you might also be converting this in this way. What I'm doing is, after converting array underscore flip, I'm going to go with array underscore change underscore key underscore case and just push it up with second argument, which it's supposed to be taking case upper. Now you might see the changes that got affected to this array is in uppercase all values. So these kinds of things you can do very easily. Next we have is something called, just one second. Okay, we'll go for next thing called, okay guys, I hope you got the understanding about the key underscore case and array underscore flip. Now let's try to go to your notes. We have something like count, size of, array underscore sum, array underscore product. We have completed array underscore change underscore key underscore array. We have also completed array underscore flip. Okay, and we also completed something like array underscore flip is completed. Okay, let's get path with all this understanding. We have difference, merge, intersect, unique. So let's try to go. I'll get this combined a bit later. We'll go for array underscore merge and different and intersect and unique. So I'm going to go with those values just by going here. I've got a new array, which is I'm going to take $a is equal to array, and I've got some values like 10. I'm going to push something like 15. I'm going to say 20. I'm going to say 5. Okay guys, if you could see this array has got 10, 15, 20, 5. I just don't want to complete this array into a lengthy one. So what I'll do is I'll just go for 10 again, and I've got like something like 5. Okay, the last value I would take is something got 15 also. Okay, and we have another array called $b is equal to array. I'm going to go for 10 again. I'm going to go for 5. I'm going to go for 20. That's all the arrays. Now let's try to go for array underscore intersect. Well, let's try to first finish array underscore merge. Merge will take actually 2 arguments, or merge will take multiple arguments, and these arguments would be supplied based on the first priority you give. I'm going to supply my first array A, the second array B. So we will go for a title, merge the given array. So what actually array underscore merge will do? Array underscore merge will merge the given array. First it will complete $A, and then continue it will merge B. So when I go and hit on enter, this will give you merge the given array. So usually our $A of 0 will be 10, and $B A of 1 will be 15. 2, this are indexes. So we have 0, which is 10. 15 is located at 4. After completing A array, this is A array, it is just merging B. So that's what you can see here. Now if I merge B and then A, the first priority would be merged B, and then merges with A. That's what you are saying. 10, 5, 20. 10, 5, 20. That's going to belong with $B, and this is B array. Now guys, this are an individual arrays, and if you want to pull 20, what you will do is B of 0, 1, 2. 2 you will say. If I want to pull 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, $A of 3 you have to say. But if I want to pull 20 out of this array, okay, so we have merged this into a single array. So what you do is just use an echo and go with the div, and let's try to put down something like this, array underscore merge. We have this array B comma A, and then go for the index number. What is the index number for 20? We have 2 here. So I'm going to type 2, and you can see the value being fetched out for me. Okay, so you can individually call the values, but array underscore merge is mainly used to merge the array based on the priorities you supply. Next we have array underscore intersect. Intersect is nothing but it will take the first priority of an array, the second priority of the array you want to intersect. We have a title here. Now what is intersect going to do? Array underscore intersect, it will take first the array name, the second array, but what exactly it will do is it will match the first priority array which is matching inside B. Those will be intersected, those will be called. 15 is not matching in B, so 15 will not be called. 10 is again matching in B, so it's intersecting. 5 is again intersecting. 15 is not intersecting. So in this way we get 10, 15 won't come, 10 again it will come, 5 will come, 15 won't come. So if you can see here, This is what we have: 10, 10, 5. 15 is not coming. So we are merging, or we are actually intersecting A to B. So whatever is available A matching at B, they would be pushed out. Okay, so 10 is located at 0, coming out. 15 not located in B, is not coming. 10, 0, 1, 2. This is going to be inside the 2 array. That's an intersect. You may also go with B with A, that will merge B towards A, that will intersect B towards A. Next we have something called R of array underscore difference of $A, $B, and we will go for difference the given array. So guys, what is difference of a given array will do? It will just do nothing, but it will just go for differentiating between A to B. Whatever is not matching in B, they would be pulled out. So priority is A not matching with B. So difference. So 10 is matching, will not be pulled. 15 not matching, will be pulled. 10 matching, will not be pulled. 5 matching, will not be pulled. So I think we have only 2 times 15. Yeah. Now when I say B of A, this would actually check the B1 which is matching. 10 will not be pulled, 5 will be pulled, 20 will be pulled. So if I see 0, 1, 2, so B of 1 and 2 will come. Oh my god, how come this 5? Yeah, I'm sorry for this. 5 is already allocated here, so that's what it is not coming. So in this case we have 20 that's been coming here. So that's the difference between the array. Again we have something like array underscore unique. Unique would actually take only one array. In this case I'm passing A, unique the given this is nothing but it will just push up all the unique values of A and give it out. So 10 has been for the first time, so it will fetch this out. 15 for the first time, it fetched out. 10 already been fetched, it will not take. So repeated values will not be fetched out, it will always print for the first time. So you can see here 10, 15, 5. We have 10, 15, 5. 10 and 15 again repeating of A, so unique will not take out of it, right? So those are some array underscore merge, array underscore intersect, array underscore difference, and array underscore unique. Let's try to go with your notes again. We have a notes here. I'm going to edit this. So I hope you have completed sum, product, change underscore key, flip. We didn't completed array underscore combine, but we have completed merge, difference, intersect, unique. Okay, let's try to go with array underscore combine. What exactly combine will do? For this I'm going to take two arrays. We have $A is equal to array, and this array has got some values. Let's try to say name, email, city, country. So these are values actually, these are not associative array. So anything passed with comma as the values, these are considered as numbered array, and their respective indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3. We have one more array called B, and I'm going to create something like array, and I'm going to supply Rajesh, and we have Raj at gmail.com. we have some city called Pune, and we have some country called India. Okay, so these are arrays we have. What we'll do is we'll just go for array underscore combine. Array underscore combine. Combine will actually take two arguments. Let me give the title. Combine the given arrays with keys and values. But guys, before we print this, I want to comment this and print individual array. So I'm going to print R of $A original array. When I see original array, you can always see this is your original array. So name, email, city, country are treated as values, and they are being pushed up into the respective index numbers. And so is the case if I change the array name with B, you can see that these are also values. So both are values actually, both are numbered array. But in my case, I thought of this value and this should be a key. So what I will do is I'm going to release this one and use R underscore combine. combine would always take the first argument for the keys. So I'm going to pass the first argument B. The second argument it would take is for values, $A. Voila, this is wrong, guys. B should be the value of an array, A should be the keys of an array. But in this case, if you have done this, it would have, sorry, there was something wrong. Just give me a second to think what exactly has went on. Oh guys, we haven't used a concatenation here, which was started. I'm going to push it a concatenation here. So this is solved. Combine the given array. Guys, I was expecting not values here, I was expecting keys, but what you have done is you have done values as keys and keys as values. This is wrong. So it will always take the priorities. If the first argument array is passed, it would be treated as keys, second one would be treated as values. So what we'll do is, we have a array underscore flip. You can do this, either this is solved, this is one way to solve, or else if you have done a mistake, let's say I've done a mistake like this, so this is a mistake, but yeah, not a big deal. You may also use, just now you have learned this, array underscore flip. This will again convert keys to values and values to keys. In this case, the solution is solved. Oh my god, I've got again a mistake here, array underscore flip. Where is the mistake going on? We have array underscore flip, going to go with this way. Just give me a second here, guys. We had a wrong spelling here. I'm just going to change it, flip. Okay, now you can see that this is solved. Okay, so this is just for combining keys and values of a given array. Let's try to go to your notes now. We have something yet to study. We have completed combine of the given array, which is done. This is combine. We have done just now merge. We have already completed difference. We have completed intersect, unique, but we haven't completed chunk. I would take chunk a bit moment later, but we'll go for something like sorting arrays. Sort, which will sort the given arrays. R sort, which will sort the reverse of the arrays. A sort, which will maintain associative sort. AR sort, associative reverse sort. K sort, sorts the keys. KR sort, sorts the keys in a reverse order. So the first we'll know this. So for this, what I will do is I'm going to create an array. Instead of creating an array, I'm going to fetch this array again. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to pass here this array, which is this, and I'm going to call this array R of $B and passing this as original array. When you see this, it would be showing you like this. This is your original array. So what I will do is I'm going to sort the given array. So I'm going to use a sort function, sort of $B. Okay, guys, what happens is I just want to make it my work simplified. So let's try to be simple here. I'm going to take some variables. I'm going to use original array, okay, and I'm going to supply something like sorted, or else we'll go for something like, first one I want to sort, so I'm going to go for sorted array. Then I'm going to supply associative sort. Then I'm going to supply key sort. What happens? But before we understand this, I want to give you an example on this. $A is equal to $B is equal to $C is equal to, I have something like is equal to 10. Just give me a second here. Yeah, is equal to 10. Now if I print $A, I just want to use in the form of divs so that it will not disturb my style here. Okay, if I print $A, see, why would I got this? Where's, oh, I'm not here to print B. We will go for original array. This is your original array, guys. Okay, so no problem, this is all solved. Okay, I've got 10 here. So $A is treated as 10, and when I go for $C is also going to retrieve 10. But when I push something like $C plus is equal to 5, so guys, we are just joining a concatenation here. 5 has permanently changed to 15, right? 5 has permanently changed to 15. So what my intention is here, I want this to get back to 10. I can't rely on C. C has permanently changed to 15. So if I want 10 back, I don't want to create again and again. We have some variables which I can utilize them. So B again given me 10. So this is what I'm doing here. We have certain variables. All variables are fetching this. Anything that I do from now onwards to a particular variable, they permanently change. On a changed values, I cannot retrieve again the new methods. So what I will do is I'll take another variable which is again the same array. So we'll go for sorting. Before I do this, I'm going to use a sort function. Sort of dollar sort array, SA in the sense sort array in my case. So I'm going to go for calling this variable $SA, and I'm going to say sort the given array. Okay guys, let's try to see whether it is sorting. What is sort going to do? Sort would always sort the values in the form of order, right? Like ascending to descending order. So what would sort will do? Sort is a predefined function which will take the given array and sort only values. So guys, the priority is first numbers which are in string. The second priority is something called lower alphabets, and the third priority is R. So in this case, when it sorts, after it gets sort, it will be not holding anymore the keys. The keys will be converted to numbered array. So you can see that here, first it is giving a priority to the numbers, second alphabets, and third it is giving you lowercase. So sort is a predefined function which will sort the values of an array. Once you sort, you will lose the keys of the particular values, and this will convert it to numbered array, but sorting would be done on values. Now let's try to go for rsort. Rsort is going to reverse the sorted array. So in this way, the variable used for sort is SA. This would just reverse the sorted array. Let's try to go for again calling $SA, reverse the given sorted array. Okay guys, if you see this, SA is the same variable I'm using, but first sorted. On the sorted one, I'm trying to reverse the sorted one. So you can see that this would be something like what was being last would be fetched first, what was being first would be fetched last. So in other words, this will always be maintaining values priority, and once you sort, it will be converted to numbered array. But in reverse sort, it will always reverse the given sorted values and will always be maintaining numbered array. Okay, so let's try to go with another array called ASort of $AS. This time I'm taking the original array AS, which is always relying on the new variable, because I've currently lost with SA the keys. SA is now holding numbered arrays, but if I use AS, it would again give me keys. Onto the AS, what is associative sort? A means associative sort. What exactly associative sort will do? This would also do the sorting on values, means the priority would be given only to values A to Z. But while it sorts, it maintains the keys of what it got sort, whereas sort removes the keys and convert to numbered array. Both sort and associative sort, both will maintain the priority on values, but what happens is associative sort will maintain the keys. Let's try to go and print it. I've got something like $AS. I'm going to give a title. When I go and print this, you can see sorted array. Sorted array was first giving you priority on numbers, then alphabets with uppercase and then lowercase. This is also doing the same thing. See, first numbers, then lowercase, middle alphabets A to Z. But what was being lost for this particular things? Sort made the sorted on numbers or values, but it lost its keys. But whereas associative array is maintaining the keys while it sorts on values. Now we have one more called associative reverse sort, and take the same variable which I have taken for sort, and I'm going to print this $AS reverse the associative sort array. Now what it will do is it's just going to make what is given by associative sort reverse order. So we have here email last, which is being fetched first. Second last is Rajesh, which is being kept on second first. We have mobile, which was being first, which is being now kept at last. So that's a reverse associative sort. We have one more thing called ksort. Ksort of the variable I'm fetching is a new one, which is $KS. KS is now again holding a new array. But what is KS going to do? Before with that, I'll just want to print this $KS and going to go and give a title key sorted array. So what is case going to do? Case is mainly used for sorting the keys, not values. Last time we were sorting keys. Okay guys, what is case sort is going to do is it is also going to sort, but this time the sorting would be done on keys, not on values. So last two things like sort and a sort are doing the sorting on values, but case sort would do the sort on keys. It's in the form of alphabetical order A to Z. But the interesting fact is, while it's sort on keys, it will not lose its values. So you may see that here, according to my understanding, it should fetch something like this. CI is first, CO is second. So city is being as alphabetical order C, and the last one is S. So sorting is done on keys, but without losing its values. When I go with KR sort, if you go with KR sort, this will also sort on keys, but in the form of reverse order. So what is being fetched will be reverse with the keys. When I'm going to go with this and say reverse key sort arrays, so this would be my titles, and that's what you're going to see. This is the last being first here as a this one, so it will fetch the keys in the form of Z to A. That's reverse sort. So let's try to go to your notes. What else we have completed? We'll go and have some understanding there. Okay, so we will go for editing this file, and we have completed size of array underscore sum, array underscore product, change, key, flip, combine, merge. We have completed difference, intersect. We have completed unique. We haven't completed chunk, which I will do. Sort is completed. AR sort, everything of this areas is completed. Okay, so we are going to now complete, before we use array underscore chunk, I want to complete something called these things. We are going to complete array underscore push, array underscore pop, array underscore shift or unshift. Let's try to go and do that. So I'm going to go for another array. We have something like $A is equal to array. I'm going to have some 10, 20, and I'm going to say some Rajesh as a value. This is a numbered array, so I'm going to print it first. Well, let's try to go and print it. We have $A as an array printed, and the title is original array. And when I print this, this would have given you like this as a vision. Yes, we have original array which is holding 10, 20 Rajesh. Now I want to push some values towards the starting of an array. So what I will do is I will just go for array underscore unshift. So I'm going to use array underscore unshift, and I'm going to take the array which is existing, which has 10, 20 and Rajesh, and array underscore unshift is a predefined function which will take array name, and the second one is the values you need to supply. So I'm going to supply 2, 5. Now what this function will do is it will take values, which after the first array it will take values, and these values will be shifted towards the starting of an array. And let's try to go and see how this is doing here. So I'm going to use R for printing this, and I'm going to take the second title as something called title. So unshift method. Unshift methods in arrays. So what this is doing is, okay, one second. Okay guys, the wrong thing that we have done is array underscore unshift is not designed for my R function. So this is not going to work in this way. That was a pretty mistake that we have done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this method and just going to push this over here, something like this. Sorry, this captured everything. So I'm going to capture this one and going to push this here as this one. Oh sorry, we'll paste it here. So array underscore shift. Array underscore shift is a predefined function which will take $A as an array name, and the second argument would be the values of an array you want to pass to the starting of an array. So I'm going to call $A, which was got affected. So $A was supposed to have 10, 20 Rajesh, but these values will be added to the starting of an array. So if you can see this, oh my god, we have one more method of an error which was missing with semicolon. So yeah, the original array which I was supposed to give was 10, 20 Rajesh, which was like this. This is an original array, but when unshift is done, it was adding these values to starting of an array. Okay, so we have one more function called array underscore shift. Shift is a predefined function which will take only array name. Okay, so this is your array name, and it will not take any more arguments. It will take only one argument, that is your array name. And array underscore shift is a predefined function which is mainly used to remove the values from starting of an array. Original array will get affected. So original array is still $a, and we are going to say shift method in arrays. So when I use shift method, this will mainly use for removing the value, starting value of an array. Okay, we have in the same thing array underscore push. Push, what it will do is, I'm going to take push will also take multiple values. In this case, I'm going to pass Anil and Sunil. Push is a predefined function which is mainly used to take multiple values after your array as an argumented, and these values will be added to the last of an array. So original array will get affected, so I'm calling original array, and we'll go and see push method in arrays. Okay, so we'll go and print this. We have Rajesh as the last value, but here we have Rajesh, Anil, Sunil, which been added to the last of an array. In the same way, we have something like array underscore pop, a predefined function which will take only single argument, and that would be the variable of an array you're passing, and this is mainly used to remove the values from last of an array. Who is last of an array? In this case, we have Sunil as the last value. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to call this function $a, the pop one which got affected, pop method in arrays. So when I do this, you can see that the person who is Sunil is being removed in pop method, and that's what you are saying, that Sunil was last supposed to be, is being removed. So where can I use this methods? Array underscore unshift. Unshift is used to add the values to starting of an array. Shift is mainly used to remove the values to starting of an array. Push is mainly used to add the values to last of an array. Pop is mainly used to remove the value from last of an array. So where can I use it? Suppose we have in Flipkart or Jabong or Myntra a 4-5 products, like we have a shoes, 4 shoes. The photographer has given only 3 photos today, and he want to give another photo which is Reebok photo, the 4th photo he will be giving tomorrow. So I want to add that same photo, 4th photo, to the last of an array. So I can add that photo to the last of an array. In other ways, let's try to say we have array underscore shift, which is used to take the values to starting of an array, and pop push is used to take the values last of an array. So we have a password in let me take another example. We have a password here which is being used in a website. So sometimes some websites ask you to change the password after 3 months or 6 months. In those cases, what we do is we will push new password that you have supplied to the last of an array, and we will also carry your previous password. In this case, we have 2 password. If you are trying to give the consecutive 2 password again, it will not take and remind you that the password you are trying to type is already been used by you previous time. So what we will do is we'll hold those 2 passwords. So the third time again it will ask you to change the password. So it will try, what we will do is we'll hold the 3 password and remove the starting password which is being held on the early days. So in those scenarios you can use all these techniques. Okay, so let's try to go for another example here. Okay guys, let's try to go and see your notes. This is my notes, and what else the notes have to say is we haven't completed a method called everything is completed. We haven't completed chunk. So before I want to complete chunk, I would like to go for one more example. I'm going to go with explode. So what is explode function? Where is explode? If you want to see, we have something called explode somewhere here. Where is this explode? Let me show you where it is. It should be, let me type this, explode. No, it's not there. We have implode. Yeah, I think it's implode. Oh my god, we don't have explode or implode. So let me use it. I'll just explain you what is implode going to do and what is explode going to do. In this case, I'm going to use explode first. So explode will convert, just give me a second. Okay guys, we have got some more things, like we have a new array. This is my new array. I have array with email address and all those things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to supply this and print this original array $a, and we are going to push this as original array. And what this function is going to give me is to print this numbered array in the form of this. So we have this. So guys, in this case I cannot give you all the emails, but just take an example. If I'm asking Facebook give me all your email address, so it could give me millions of values. So millions of values cannot be stored in a variable, so that's where we use arrays. So in this case I've got like 3 values or 3 indexes. I'm going to go with some more things like Amit at yahoo.com, and we have Kavita at msn.com. So these are some values we have as an array. So these values are being printed. Now if I want to print this in the form of this way, to address, input type is equal to text, name is equal to email, value is equal to empty. This is what is given me with this box, and I want to go with some breaks here. So I'm just passing breaks and going with this view. Okay, and I'm going to go with div got open. Okay, so we have this div, to address is being passed, and I'm going to increase the size of this one. Size is equal to something like 80. Now you might be seeing this, not this. I'm going to go with something around 120. So I have this box. You can see this. Normally this is how it was used by early days in Gmail. So Gmail used to take multiple emails. So see guys, when you want to send multiple people and multiple values, or multiple values should be sent into an email address, we use normally a comma as a separator and pass another value. Let's try to say Naptol want to send their discount offers to all the service providers that have been registered in Naptol. So comma is a separator to send this email address in the SMTP server. So what we'll do is we'll just go and fill up the value here. Inside value, if I fill, this would be by default visible, right? So you can see that value here now, which is value attribute holding this one. That's what I passed here. But guys, I want to print. I can't just keep on printing all the email address here. So what would I do for printing this is, so value is a place of attribute which has to be printed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take $w and I'm going to use implode function. Implode is a predefined function which will take 2 arguments. The first argument would be, let me just print first the original array. This is your original array which is supposed to be. Now if I print that in here, let's try to say something like print underscore r. Maybe guys, we cannot print this. If I use this and say print underscore r of $a. Okay, so server got closed and I'm not using this function at this point of time. Save this file. So this is not the way I'm actually trying to print the values. So I'm going to use implode function, and implode will take actually 2 arguments. The first argument would be something called the separator. In my case, all my emails should be separated by comma, and the second one it will take is the array name. The array name is A. Okay, so guys, what is implode going to do is it will take 2 arguments. First one would be the comma as a separator, and the second one is $a. So let's try to go for print underscore. Let's try to print echo $w. See guys, echo is going to good in printing English sentence. So I'm just converting this array into an English sentence with every array value with comma as a separator. Now I hope this is what I have printed. See, we have comma as a separator with every value. So if I would have passed the argument br tag, then it would print every value of an array in the form of breaks. But in my case I need comma, so I'm using comma here. And what I'm going to supply is I'm going to remove this and going to push it here inside the value of an array. So in this case I could see that the entire email is taking comma as a separator. In this way I can send all the people some discount offers. So guys, for example, we have something like Jabong, Myntra giving you an offers and all those things. So if they want to give an offers, what they have to do is they have to send to the email address of the people who have registered. So this is how you send with comma as a separator. So we have a to address. All we need is a submit button so that it can send to the mail functions, which we'll see in coming classes. Okay, so implode function is used for taking the argument and adding these arguments to the array of an existing array. So that was implode. Let's try to go with chunk now. So we are going to go with, again, starting here PHP. So I'm going to use here PHP getting started again, and I'm going to use title echo h1, and I'm going to use chunk method in PHP. So we have PHP here, and I'm going to close h1 tag here. This is what the title is. I hope I should be closing my div tag here. So div got closed. Yes. Okay, so chunk method in PHP. What exactly chunk is going to do? Let me take the same array. So I'm going to start here by pushing the original array. Okay, so I'm going to go and push this as an original array, $a. This is your original array, right? So these arrays are being kept like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use chunk method here. So we are going to use print, guys. This R function is not designed for chunk functions or chunk methods, so I can't use R. So I'm just using print underscore R of array underscore chunk. Array underscore chunk is a predefined function which will take your array name. In my case, $a is my array name, and the second argument it would take is the number of values or the number of argument you want to chunk with. I want to chunk every 3 value of an array and split that into one more array. So this would give you like this, but I hope this is not understandable in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pre-formatted view to show you this, what exactly it is doing here. So I'm going to close this pre-formatted view. Now you can see that this is chunking this, but I lost my styling, so I'm going to use some styles here. I'm going to definitely use the styles which are being used in your div text. So I'm going to use, or I'm going to call this div here. This is the one, sorry, not this one. I'm going to go to your style one here, and the one which we have got this here, font size and all those things, I'm going to pass it to this one for a pre-formatted view. Let's try to go and see what exactly is the vision. Yeah, now what is $a? Array underscore chunk is taking $a is an existing array which has got, let's try to say Facebook has got somewhere around millions of values, but in my case I want to take 10,000. So I've got like 10,000 values in an array, and these 10,000s have been splitted into every 3 arguments, and these 3 values are being again splitted into 0, 1. Suppose I want to call Kavita. What would I do is I'm going to say array underscore chunk of $a, 3. So this is something done. I'm going to keep this, let's try to say I'm going to go for printing this here like this. See, we will call this one, in my case I'm going to give you an idea here. I'm going to use something like $d is equal to array underscore chunk of $a, 3. So who is holding this values now? We'll go for 3. Okay, who is holding this? In the same case, this is same, guys. We are haven't got to do anything here, just the story is same. Yeah, but if I say now $d of 1 of 2 will print Kavita. So guys, if I want to send all the people inside this particular offers, we would get something around 1 lakh or 2 lakh values. In this case, what we will do is we will just go for splitting the arrays into a pieces. Like I want to chunk 2, this is getting chunked every 2 values. Okay, so in this case what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it. So array underscore chunk is mainly used to chunk the values, which is going to help you out to regenerate or convert this multiple values. Suppose I have got 1 lakh or 10 lakhs of values, so I'm going to chunk every 10,000 and keep that into a one more array, and I will send that into the to address, because this at a time you cannot send 1 or 2 lakh values. It will slow down by sending. So what I will do is I'll set the first set, which will go to the email. After finishing that, it will go for the next set and finish more emails. So this is where you can use the advantage of chunk method. Okay, So let's try to go for one more example here. I want to go with your nodes. Where are your nodes? Let's try to go and get it. Here we have array underscore nodes. What else we haven't completed? For in our case, I'm going to see, guys, we have to complete still array underscore key underscore exist, array underscore search, in underscore array. So what I will do is, okay guys, what array underscore key underscore exist or array underscore search or in underscore array would do is, array underscore key underscore exist, which is mainly used for checking the keys availability inside the arrays. Array underscore search would check value, in underscore array would also check value only. So array underscore key underscore exist, if the particular key exists, it returns particular key exists, it returns boolean true or false. Array underscore search, if a particular value exists, it returns its keys. In underscore array, if a particular value exists, it returns boolean true. So let's try to get started. First of all, let me bring the original array. I'm going to get the original array from here. Instead of creating again, I'm going to go get some array here. So I'm going to take this array and going to paste it at the bottom of this page, and let's try to go and print this and see what the exact view we are having right now. See guys, this is array underscore key underscore exist, which we are going to paste it here. Sorry if I don't see anything like this. Let me just push what exactly is happening. I want to see. This is your original array. Okay, this is your original array. Now I'm going to give a title. What we will do is, I'm going to say h something like div, and I'm going to use h1, and we are going to say array underscore key underscore exist. Okay, h1 got closed, and I'm going to close the div. So if you can see this, this is what I'm printing. I hope I should be closing the div somewhere, which I haven't been opening here. I've got open this. The next div we have was somewhere to be closed. So let me search where exactly, in case I have used this. So maybe there is some div that I'm not able to find out. We'll try. Okay guys, I'm just removed that div and start a div here, and this is what it is giving you. Array underscore key underscore exist. In a particular array, our previous array is $array, which has these things. In this particular array, if I want to find the key of email, let's try to go and print it. Echo key exist or not. To find that, you have to use array underscore key underscore exist. But the problem with echo is, echo will return true or false in the form of 1 and blank. So I'm going to use another printing method, var underscore dump of array underscore key underscore exist, and here what we will do is, we'll supply the particular key I'm trying to search. I'm trying to search email. Okay, and this will take second argument, in which array you want to search, $array. After doing all these things, I'm going to give a break here, and if email exists in a particular array, $array, this will give you true. That's what it is giving. Let's try to go for another example here. I want to search somebody like mobile, or let's try to say address. I don't think address is available in this particular email. We don't have any key called address. But if I try to search mobile, let's try to pass mobile. I'm trying to search mobile. When I search mobile, this will give you edit exists. So array underscore key, if found, returns booleans. Next we have array underscore search. Search is a predefined function. Sorry, I need to close this div which got open here, so I'm going to close this. Okay, array underscore search, a predefined function which is mainly used to search the values if exist. Let me search this one. See guys, what I'm going to use is, I'm going to copy the same printing method rather wasting the time. I'm going to paste it here and going to type something like array underscore search. Array underscore search var underscore dump of array underscore search, and I'm going to try to search Rajesh. Rajesh is a value. See guys, array underscore search is mainly used to search values. Rajesh is a value. If found that particular value, it return its key. So it will give you name as a key, but var underscore dump will return its data type and its length. So if you can see this is what it is printing, this one. So I don't want to show this var underscore dump in this case, so I'm removing this. So if found, it will return its key, right? So I'm going to try to search in an array raj at gmail.com. When I'm trying to search raj at gmail.com, it is giving you its key as email. Raj at gmail.com key is email. So array underscore search, if found, it will return its key. And if not found, suppose I'm trying to find a value called Mumbai. So I'm trying to search Mumbai in an array $A. I don't think Mumbai value doesn't exist. Instead we have Pune. So if a value is not found, this will return false, means blank. The better option is false, but echo cannot print properly, so I'm using var underscore dump to show you properly. So I'm going to use var underscore dump of the data type I'm getting, this in case returning boolean. So we'll see, yeah, we got boolean false. So array underscore search, if search, it return its key, if not found, it returns boolean. Let's try to go for in underscore array. I'm going to print this here, in underscore array, in underscore array. So in underscore array is mainly used to search values, and this is array underscore search is also used for searching values. But the difference between in underscore array and array underscore search is, if found, this will return its key. If found, it will give you true. If not found, it will give you false. If not found, it will give you false. So the difference is, if found, this will give key. If found, it will give you true. If not found, both will return false. So let's try to go and search this. See guys, rather wasting time as usual, I'm printing this entire thing, and I'm going to change the values with visibility in underscore array, and doing the same thing with here, copy, paste in underscore array. And now I'm going to search the value which exists, and through in underscore array. But the in underscore array, if found, it will return boolean. The best data type for boolean is var underscore dump, so I'm going to use here var underscore dump again. Okay, so I'm going to pass this, and var underscore dump again, I'm trying to search in underscore array, but I'm trying to search raj at gmail.com at $A. So this exists here, raj at gmail.com exists. So if found, it will return true. If not found, Mumbai doesn't exist, we have instead Pune. If a value is not found, it will return false. So that's what I'm saying here. We have array underscore search, found, return its key, but this is returning true. Both in case not found, both will return false. That's the difference between both. Okay guys, next we will try to find array underscore reverse. So I'm going to go for this one and say array underscore reverse. So what exactly is array underscore reverse? Before that, I want to print this and show to you. We have $A, which is your previous array, original array. This is your original array, and you can see that here, original array. In this case, I want to close this div, so this is closed. Original array, this is your original array, and we are trying to search array underscore reverse. So I'm going to go for array underscore reverse of $A. Okay, and in this case I'm going to use R is a predefined function. So I'm going to put down array underscore reverse, and I'm going to supply reverse of the given array. Now what happens is, array underscore reverse, it's not going to make any ascending or descending or any kind of ascending orders or any kind of descending orders. Its only job is to make last being first and first being last. So if you can see, original array is this, name is Rajesh, mobile is this. Name is a first value, mobile is a last value. But when I refresh this, oh my god, I don't have to print this again. So guys, I'm removing this title, which I don't like now. So original array is this, name Rajesh, but name reverse is just making this last. The one which is last supposed to be on original array is being first. So reverse will not maintain any ascending or descending order. Its main job is to make last being first, first being last. Okay, let me bring original array again here. This is your original array again, and this is what you are seeing here, original array. Now what we'll do is we'll just go for trying to push something like array underscore keys. So I'm going to use array underscore keys of $a, and I'm going to say print only keys of an array. So guys, what array underscore keys will do? Array underscore keys, a predefined function which will fetch $a. I believe it's an associative array which has value and key as a relation. So but what array underscore keys will do is, out of this it will fetch only keys of an array and convert this into numbered array. So let's see whether I'm able to fetch only keys. Yeah, I'm able to fetch from this array only keys of an array. But while fetching only keys, this will be converted into numbered indexes array. In the same way, we have something like only values of an array. Print only values of an array. So I'm going to use array underscore values. This is mainly used to fetch out of the original array only values of an array. So if you want to fetch only values from the given associative array and convert it into numbered array, you can use array underscore values. So this is going to give you only values of an array, and this is going to be again showing you numbered array. Okay guys, when we came back to the nodes, you can see we have already completed array underscore search, in underscore array, array underscore reverse, key and array underscore keys, and just now we have completed array underscore values. The next thing we have is current, key, next, previous, and reset. So these are something you are trying to work with arrays. So let me generate a new array for this as an example. So I'm going to take an array. Okay guys, currently we are going to push this array, and in this case I have this array like this. Now if I watch very carefully about B array, B has got some values, and these values are considered as numbered array because these are supplied only with values, not with associative array. So when I supply only values, this is treated as numbered array. And the example I'm taking is something like a cyclic process of human which has been born with a grandfather. Let me print this original array. I'm going to go with $b and print this original array. This would give you a numbered way, and that's what you are seeing here, original arrays, numbered array. So let's try to go with working with some design here. H1, I'm going to go with H1 and going to say here as current. See guys, we are going to push these things, so I'm going to copy this all, current, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay guys, this is your array which I have just copied and pasted here. We have current, key, next, previous, and reset. So how does it look like is, let's try to get started working. So I'm going to go with echo. This methods will not work with our function, so I'm going to go with echo, and I'm going to say current key, current value is at, current pointer value, I'm going to say like this, pointer value located at is equal to, I'm going to use current, a predefined function which will always tell me the pointer where exactly is located inside the array. So I'm going to go and push some break here, and I'm going to supply some div here so that it will maintain div format. Okay, let's try to see. Okay, current pointer value located at bourne. So my pointer in a given array is staying at bourne. So let me just push some break here. Okay, we have passed some break. Okay, we have some bold here. Oh my god, I'm not supposed to pass break, bold. So this is bourne. Next we are going to push and its key is equal to, I hope this is what I have written. Oh my god, we didn't close it. No, this is where I want to close b tag, not here. Okay, this is what I want to remove. Now you can see it here, current pointer value located at bourne and its key. If you want to know the key, all you need is try to make a concatenation and type key of $a. This will retrieve the key of the pointer locating it. So we have something like not $a. I'm working with B array, so I'm going to push as usual. We are not working with B. We are working not with A, we are working with B. So I'm going to call key of B. So born key is 0. That's what it is showing. Now if the pointer is located in an array at born, I can move this pointer. So I'm going to say this word called next. When I'm going to say next and say $B. Okay, so pointer is already moved. We have argumented next. Let's try to copy and print this. See guys, line number 123 is always taking next. So the pointer has moved towards child. Okay, if I repeat this again, copy, and I'm going to repeat this again, the next is being again argumented. If you watch very carefully, I'll give a gap between them. Okay, if you watch very carefully, next, the current pointer is moving towards the next level, and this pointer is now at 10. Now if I use something like copy this again, but this time the pointer I'm demanding for the array is previous. So I'm going to say previous, then the pointer will locate back to child. So if you can see this very carefully, it is now the pointer moving back to child. And if I make this end of $B, the pointer would always stay at the last of the array. Copy, paste it here. Okay, so now you can see that the pointer is at end of the array, which is grandfather. Now the current pointer is at grandfather. Okay, now grandfather, I believe it's a value of an array. If you see very carefully, this is value, this is key. So grandfather is a value of an array, and your pointer is located at grandfather at any given point of time. Just now you have learned this. Which one? This one. Array underscore search and int underscore array are mainly used to search the values of an array. Array underscore search, if searched value, it will return email. Int underscore search array, if searched, it will return true. So if I want to use those functions and try to search child, though the value exists, it will return boolean false. Reason, because child is already been its previous value, which is being overcome, and now the pointer is located at grandfather. So what you do is, if you ever try to search something, first make sure you will reset the array, which is $B. So now you can print this. Now the pointer is located back to born, means your pointer is at born. So from born, your pointer is any value you search, it is available. If the pointer already moved to some distance or some location and you are searching a previous one, child, you cannot search the values. So that's the reason that you should know this subject. The last thing we have is exit. So I'm going to go with exit function. Let me just go and create one array. $A is equal to array, and I'm going to go with something like name Rajesh. This is an associative array, so I'm going to use Rajesh. And we have something like age. We are going to use something like 32. Okay, these are the things. Now R of bring the original array, $A original array. This is your original array, and you can see that here I will have to supposed to be closing div, so I'm just closing div here. Okay, now let's see whether it got affected. Yeah, this is your original array, which has got only 2 values of an array. Now what is each function doing? I'm going to call each of $A. Okay, $A, and I'm going to say each method in arrays. See guys, what is each going to do? Each would always retrieve the first key and value in the form of number as well as associative array. So each will always return the first key and value for 2 times, one in an associative way, one in a numbered way, and then moves to the next pointer. So if you can see this, we have name Rajesh, age is also there, but this is retrieving Rajesh twice, name twice. Name in the form of associative, it is a key. Name in the form of number, it is at 0. Again, it is fetching 2 times. Value in the form of associative, it is relation value. Rajesh in the form of number, it returns 1. But in this array we have age 32 also, but it is not retrieving. So what we'll do is we'll call this again. It will shift the pointer to a next location, and this time giving you age twice, 32 twice. So the pointer has moved towards the next value. Now if I repeat this again, I think the array is already finished and it will not show any array further. So what I will do is to fetch these values again, I will reset just now what we have learned. I'm using it, reset will bring the pointer towards the starting of an array. So that's something you can use with each method. The last we have is, before we go to last, I want to show you some notes here. You have completed this and we have completed each method. We have the last thing called list. So I'm going to push some list here. Okay guys, what exactly each list function is going to do, we'll understand. So I've got a new array here. We have something like Rajesh mobile number. I do believe that this could be a Samsung Galaxy S4 with a product name GT19500, and I don't know what is 50 meaning of all, but this is some value. We'll just retrieve and make some logical work here. So I'm going to go with something called, okay guys, what we'll do is we'll try to take list is a predefined function which will take number of arguments based on number of values you have inside an array. So I've got 4 values in this array, so I'm going to create 4 variables in this particular list. So these list argumented variables will act as a pseudo names for your arrays. So I'm going to assign this as is equal to $a. So $a has got some values, and I'm going to, based on the values I've got fetched, I'm going to create the list of variables. I've got 4 values, I'm creating 4 variables. So that's something we are creating for a list. So how do I print this here? Let's try to understand that. Okay guys, what I'm going to do is, before I want to print, I want to say hello, whether everything is working fine. I want to see there. Yeah, we have hello, but before that I want to use some h2 or h1 to make the information available. Echo h1, and I'm going to say list method in arrays. So h1 got close, and div got open, so that whatever I'm printing should be in div formatted view. So let's try to go and see. Just give me a second, this US. Now let's try to go and see this here. Okay, list method in PHP. So everything is working fine. So I want to print something like echo hi. Guys, the quotation I'm using is double quote, hi. In this case, I'm going to print name. Okay guys, I'm going to use double quotes here. Hi. I'm going to use variable, and this list is calling array, which is this. So these variables will act as a pseudonym for the value. So guys, these variables will act as a list which are having 4 variables, and these variables will act towards a list of an argumented array, and name would always fetch Rajesh. So I've got $a as Rajesh, so I'm going to say hi $name, and later I want to take a break. Let's try to see what is it printing. So it is printing hi Rajesh, and I want to do like this. Okay, and I'm going to go for this one, echo you have your registered mobile is $MOB. So I'm going to break this again. This is what I'm printing. Your registered mobile is this, and I'm going to say mobile number in the form of bold. Okay, and let's try to go for something called the last product. And we have to use double quotes anyways. Last product searched was something like, guys, I want to increase some information again here. I'm going to say Samsung is a product. Okay, so we have now new variable going to be added here after mobile, because the value is Samsung. So I'm going to say this as brand. So $brand. So I'm going to say last product searched was something like $brand, and we are pushing into bold, and which is I'm going to push this as $product, and I want to make this one also bold. So I'm going to pass this bold here and make a break, and let's see what it is exactly printing. Last product search was Samsung, which is S4 GT19500, and what I'm going to go is I'm going to go with one more break here, we have two breaks, the one which is here and the other one is here, and I'm going to use some more big. Hey Rajesh, hey Rajesh, hey dollar name, this is one time discount offer only to you, which is I'm going to push down something like dollar OFF off, which will give me OFF in the form of 50, and I'm going to push this 50%. So be hurry up limited. I hope guys you can make your own sentence. Let's try to see what exactly it is giving you. I just want to close this somewhere 50% off. I'm going to go with this off and say something like span, and pushing this into span, and I'm going to say some style here. Style is equal to color red. So let's see what we have done. Yeah, we have this, and I'm going to make it font weight. I'm going to use font family. I'm going to say Arial black. Let's see what it is doing there. Oh come on man, we didn't got this Arial black. Font family, I've got something like Arial black. This is supposed to be giving me this particular area. Font family, we have this semicolon right, and font family black. Okay guys, in place of font family I'm using impact. Let's try to see. This is what it is. Now I'm going to fill one last sentence like this one bold, this is also bold. Now what exactly is the logic behind this? I want to show you what logic is behind this. Okay, so these values are going to be stored in database. Let's try to say Rajesh is being retrieved, because it's a simple understanding guys. Rajesh details have been fetched because he's a person who logged in. In place of Rajesh, let's try to say I want to ask you guys, you log in. So if you log in with your email and password, would it fetch your details or would it fetch someone else's details? Definitely it will fetch your details. So let's try to say you are trying to log in with your email account and password to a Flipkart. So if you provide your email and password, it will fetch your details. So in this case, this time Kavita is getting her details, Kavita, and we have a number called something like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, and this time she's been bit interested about something called Apple, and her product is something like i5. Well, let's try to say i6, and the offer that I'm going to give her is going to be widely 65%. So let's see, this was a printing method that I have already used. Now if I want to fetch this and refresh this page, is it speaking about Kavita? Hi Kavita, your registered mobile is this. Last product search was Apple, which is i6. Hey Kavita, this is one time offer only to you, which is 65%. So be hurry up, limited period. So guys, list is nothing but it's going to create a pseudo variables with the augmented values supplied, and you can make that as an English sentence. So if you can see the notes, I hope I have finished my particular, what do you say, arrays. So you can see all the values or all the things have been finished. So guys, one thing I want to just add in addition is now that the curve it's hardly something called, we have more than 1 hour for this video, so I can't spend more than this, but yeah, this is something has to definitely give you a lot of knowledge. And one more thing I want to encourage you is I want you to subscribe on the videos you're watching. In this case I'm just uploading it to YouTube, and please do subscribe to YouTube for further videos that I'm adding. You would be already getting an intimation to those videos. In future I'm going to add a lot of videos, and I don't want any student to miss any of the videos. So if you subscribe to our videos, you would definitely get whatever a new video is being added, you will be get a mail intimation. So hopefully I want you all people to subscribe. Okay, So see you guys, and that's all for arrays built-in methods for today. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.